friends, this is Anthony here at TERRA FRUTIS in Ecuador. It is beautiful today. We've actually been in the rainy season, and recently we had one of the coldest days of the year, which is like 66 degrees, I don't know, Fahrenheit. So today's video is about activism. I've seen a lot of YouTubers, interesting people sending me messages about activism, being a veganism is being the philosophy that they're using, and causing the least amount of harm to animals. That's the idea. I mean, it's called Donald Watson is the gentleman who phrased that. Before that, it was just known as vegetarianism, and the word vegetarian became hijacked by people focused simply on the diet, and they include honey, milk, eggs, and whatever animal products they feel like including in the vegetarian thing now. So as far as vegan activism goes, or just human rights activism along with animal rights and everything else included with that, this is it. This is activism. You see behind me, this is the nursery at the greenhouse. One could call it a greenhouse at TERRA FRUTIS. This is how you start a revolution. You know, you provide the sustenance. I see people marching, going to events, going to potlucks, taking selfies, cycling, going into a third world country. I'm in a third world country, Ecuador. This is considered one. And just exploiting the people there and everything, all the resources, not contributing back to the economy, or even worse, not contributing anything to the environment, just creating more mess, more disgusting habits, bringing your culture with you, upsetting the ecosystem there. It's horrible. And what I'm seeing is that the focus is a lot less to do with animal rights, human rights, environmentalism. It's ego-driven, drama-driven, and has very little to do with compassion for the world around you. Look at me, look what I'm eating. You know how weird that is? It's just think about it. How is that affecting anybody? How is that helping anybody? You know, that's ridiculous. Whether it be cycling all over the place, well, what does that mean? That doesn't mean shit. You know? So I go running for so many miles a day if I wanted to do that. What does that mean? It doesn't help anybody. It might show that I'm an example of better health, but when these great speakers, authorities, or whatever are taking who knows what kind of supplements, and they've addressed some of them, taking drugs, that takes the movement back, because a lot of these drugs, if not all of them, are all tested on animals, and there's also human subjects. So you're causing a lot of harm to yourself and everyone around you, plus spreading a lie to the people, saying that your lifestyle is the healthiest lifestyle. Well, if it was the healthiest lifestyle, you wouldn't need to take any kind of drug or supplement or any kind of additive into your life. This here, all these fruits, this is all you need. This is whole foods. You got jackfruit, you got durian, you got meringue, you got all types of fruits out here actually. To say that we're limited, it's crazy. We're only limited by what we put out. And that's the whole point, to this video. Give. What are you giving? What am I giving? Someday we plant, someday we maintain, we cut through cane grass and so forth. But the whole point is be active. That's activism, Parading around, marching, disturbing the peace, yelling, allowing yourself to be arrested and apprehended. All that does, it sets the example for anybody after that to allow themselves to be arrested. What animal in the wild, what creature, what living being would allow itself to be kidnapped? And that's what it is. You're submitting to violence, and no one is resisting this violence by the police or anybody in a uniform. What does that teach? That doesn't teach activism. That teaches suppression, oppression. Plant. You can put people together. You get 30 people for a march, have 30 people planting seeds. That's the truth. Get 10 people for a march, plant some seeds. One person and yourself, plant some seeds. Start creating a garden, a fruit forest. And perhaps in time, instead of marching and yelling at people and thinking that you're the moral right, realize that, imagine approaching someone and saying, hey, come over my place, come over to this community garden, we would love to share what we're producing, we want you to be a part of it. It's not a cult, it's not some oppressive stuff. Just, do you notice and realize how wonderful these things are? And what people should realize is when they start living a little more cleaner, their taste buds start changing, and they start needing less seasoning and less spices, because everything becomes heightened. And when the senses are heightened, the mind is heightened, it's clear. And then you can make some better decisions. I gave up a lot of things to come out here at the TERRA FRUTIS, and I'm very thankful, because those things didn't make me the person I am. Those things were just burdens in some ways. Some people in my life, some things in my life, They're all distractions. Anything that distracts you, anything that takes your attention away, whether it be a protest, a march, a video, a movie, a magazine, a book, a video game, a food, if that's your focus, that's your attention, then that has control over you. Alcohol, drugs, whatever. Whatever steals your attention away from nature, from Mother Nature, is your God. You're worshiping that. If you work 8 hours a day, that's your God. You know, admit it. People have this mentality that I can't wait till I retire, 65 years old or whatever it is, and it's depressing. Because then, you know, you're just based on this crazy illusion. Whereas, let's say you work for 40 years, you planted trees all those 40 years instead. You took care of these trees. It's your home. I mean, how wonderful would that be? Can you imagine that? I mean, it's a beautiful feeling. Hell, plant trees for just 5 years, for just 1 year, for a few months. You know, contribute, contribute, contribute. Give to yourself, give to others, give to the earth, give to the movement. But don't get swept up with people that want to attract your attention. Even this video is too long. But just look inside yourself, notice and realize how wonderful you are and how powerful you are. You have the power to take life or give life. Or nurture life is probably a better way to say it. So, destroy life would be eating cooked food. I've done it. I'm guilty of it. Eating animal products for sure. And then nurturing life is simply planting seeds. How hard is that? You know? When you're clean enough and you eat seeds with your fruit, just stuff comes out, so it's even better. Thank you very much. Please realize love. Don't spread a false image.